Hello everyone, my name is Elizabeth. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then subscribe. I would really appreciate it and I would love to have you on board and a part of this journey. So today is a quick video and I just want to share with you guys 5 books that have changed my life. And these are books that I highly recommend for anyone to read. They're super simple to read, easy to understand, and actually have amazing tips and things that you can start implementing into your life today to change your life for the better. So I personally use Audible to listen to all of my books. I drive a lot, so it's really nice to just have something productive to listen to in the car. So the first book that I want to mention is something that I read years ago, well, listened to years ago, and it kind of came back into my life a couple of weeks ago, and it was just amazing to listen to it after learning so much in the past couple of years. It's a book that's called Transurfing by Vadim, Zeland. It's a Russian author and I originally listened to it in Russian, and then a couple of weeks ago I listened to it in English. And if you're into the law of attraction or just self-improvement in general, it is an amazing book to listen to. It dives in really deep and it might seem a little complicated and a little hard to understand at first, but if you have looked into the law of attraction before, or you know even a little bit about it, I think it's going to be really interesting for you to listen to it, and it gives a very different perspective than what you're probably used to hearing. It's a really healthy book to kind of try to understand your life and manifestation, kind of how the world works in general. It's absolutely life-changing and it's just really interesting. So it's probably number 1 on my list. The next book is something that I'm probably going to recommend every single time I do a video on life-changing books. I was going through a lot of intrusive thoughts and anxiety. This book came into my life and it changed so much for me and really helped me to get over intrusive thoughts and just really change my perspective on a lot of things. And it's called Untethered Soul by Michael Singer, and I've mentioned it before and I'm going to keep mentioning it because it's a super simple book, but it really talks about dealing with like the chaos and the noise in your head and just quieting your thoughts and really coming to who you genuinely are at the core and just not living a life controlled by the constant chatter of your thoughts. It's super simple but extremely helpful, and especially if you do have an overactive mind, I guess, and if you do deal with OCD or intrusive thoughts or something like that, I think that you might find it really helpful. The third book is She Means Business by Carrie, and it's perfect if you're trying to start your own business or you're working on your own YouTube channel or social media or whatever it is. It's very motivating. It gives you awesome tips on starting your own business and growing your business, growing your brand, kind of just understanding those things in a very simple language and just actual tips that you can start implementing now. It's nothing too complicated, and it's also just very inspiring and motivating, and it's awesome to listen to Carrie Green's story and just her own experiences. It's a very easy read, it's pretty simple, but it's super helpful and definitely life-changing whether you are trying to start your own business or just need some kind of inspiration in general. I think that one of the most important things that we as humans should always work on is self-love and self-acceptance, because for whatever reason it just seems to be so hard to do. I think that once you kind of master accepting yourself, allowing things to happen, just having confidence, it just changes your life so much. So I think it's very important for everyone to always just be practicing more self-love, because the more you love yourself, the more good you can do for the people around you and for the world that you live in. So that we live in, I guess, unless we live in different worlds, which I guess some of us do. We can do better things for the world that we live in the more we love ourselves. I listen to a lot of like self-help books, but this is probably my favorite. It's really about the author sharing her own journey and her own experiment and giving really valuable and easy to do tips that genuinely help you to practice self-love and understand self-love better. It's called The Self-Love Experiment by Shannon, Kaiser. It's really easy to read and it's pretty emotional, and it's amazing to hear the author's journey and just to start implementing those tips for your own self and kind of watch your own self transform. If you are searching for something good to read on self-love or something that's going to help you to accept yourself a little more, this is definitely a great book to start with. And the fifth life-changing book is You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. I read her book, You Are a Badass at Making Money, and I recommended it in my last 5 life-changing books video. You Are a Badass is basically about you finding your own inner strength, motivation, inspiration, and going after the things that you genuinely want in life and reaching your goals and making your dreams come true. It's very real and raw and authentic, and Jen is a really fun author. She's really funny and just straightforward and raw. If you get bored easily, then this is the book to read because it's super entertaining and it's really funny and it's just really relatable. Aside from just being inspired and motivated, she gives awesome tips that you can actually use to change your life for the better and to kind of understand goal setting a little more and to really practice the mindset that you need to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. So this is my list of books that have genuinely changed in my life and my mindset and that have opened up new amazing perspectives. And so I strongly recommend these books to you guys. I hope that you check them out. They're amazing and different things work for different people, but I think that everybody can get something beneficial out of all of these books. I strongly recommend that you try Audible out. I always felt like I didn't have enough time to actually sit down and read, but once I got Audible, I'm just listening to books non-stop and I feel like I'm learning so much and growing so much. So I do think that having a chance to either read or listen to books is a vital step in self-growth and self-improvement. So I hope that you get to try it out and I hope that you give these books a listen. Leave a comment below and let me know what your favorite books are and what books have changed your life, or if you read any of the books that I mentioned, then definitely let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a beautiful day and I'll see you in the next video.